11 benevolent elephants, 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 11 benevolent. My tongue is untwisted.
There we go. Really, I wanted to ask you, like, what have you been doing lately? We're gonna limit it to this past February.
What have I been doing this month?
Yeah.
This February has been one of busyness. I've been extremely busy the past couple of weeks with work and basically just with work. I've been doing a lot, during work hours, after work hours, and then it's been extremely busy. School and work. I had an essay I just finished. I haven't written an essay in like 3 years, so that kicked my ass. But yeah, just been like extremely busy, and it's been one of growth as well. Just personally trying to manage my time wisely. So yeah.
Si vous ne faites pas ce que vous aimez, votre vie sera gaspillée. C'est drôle de voir comment vous pouvez sentir ce que vous voulez faire avec votre vie, mais vous hésitez. Vous cherchez d'autres choses à faire parce que l'argent est garanti. Il faut du courage pour aller au bout de tout ce que vous avez rêvé.
When you manage your time, do you base it on priorities or do you base it on your wants? Because sometimes your wants don't align with your priorities. You know what I mean?
It's probably more on wants right now, I would say. It's priorities too, but I would say it's both.
Yeah.
It's probably both wants and priorities. Sometimes one of them gets the best of each other.
Which one?
Like, it might be priorities more one day or wants more one day. When in actuality, it should have been the other one.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah, they kind of get the best of each other every now and then.
Do you find yourself getting ready and then suddenly what you were preparing for finds you? Or do you think whether you're ready or not, what is coming towards you will come towards you?
Regardless if I'm prepared for it.
Mm-hmm. And it could be the most basic thing, like your friend is coming to pick you up, right? So you're like, okay, I gotta get my wallet, my shoes, my keys. Do you think your friend is pulling up because you finally got your wallet, your shoes, and keys in order? Or because they're pulling up, like they're just pulling up because they're pulling up, like, and it just coincided with, oh, I just put everything in my pocket and now I'm walking down the stairs.
I get you. Is it by chance or is it because of actions you took? Like, is it a chain reaction?
Yeah, like if you had sat on your phone a little bit longer, would they have done something that put them behind?
Right.
To suddenly, like, you see what I mean?
I know what you mean. I think things happen independently of each other. And I think our minds are quick at times, if we don't do anything about it, to make a pattern out of something.
I just want everybody to have a good time. I really do. myself so high, so high, so high. Oh, hello. I didn't see you there.
Twisted world where artists bend backwards for benefactors and victims are to be blamed as bad actors. My mind running all around. Poetry is illegal unless you're under the underground. Unless you're under the underground. Devious with determination. Solitudes crowded by isolation. Wandered wearily for several eternities, gaining acclaim. Using fake names, vanishing by sunrise, committing to the wisdom of the unwise, committing to the wisdom of the unwise. In buildings where if I wasn't a performer, they wouldn't let me pass the foyer. Here I am pulling spectacles for the uninitiated voyeurs, but being piss poor corrupted the discourse as power functions on a sliding scale. So you might as well, you know what I'm saying? That's when I knew I'd found my way out of this.
Well, let's wait until we hear the footsteps of a young man.
Soft steps.
Now let's see what these are. I like his hat too.
I'll see it in a second. I like Sudoku because it basically solves itself. If you're doing it correctly, of course.
Some people walk up steps each step, and to go back to your question about whether I think things are results of...
Yeah, you were speaking on numerology.
Yeah, if they're of chance or they're cause and effect. That I was big into numerology in high school. And a big number for me, which it is, I think, for a lot of people too, is 33. And so say it could be 1033, 833, 233.
Yeah.
I would see that number and I would think, yo, like
Message.
this means something. Something's good right now. I'm on the right path or whatever. And it was just different numbers like that for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like 1052 was one of them I used to see a lot. Or
I just saw that number today.
Really?
Yeah.
24. Meaning like 1024, 324. Mm-hmm. And when it comes to, I think, for me, there were good numbers, but there are also not so good numbers I didn't want to see. Like if something ended in 54, 34, 32, 34. Because it's so close to 33, it would be like, man, I missed 33 or whatever. I'm too early, I'm too late.
Oh.
And I used to let that get to me mentally. And this is in high school, so I'm not as I wasn't as mentally strong as I am now, of course. But back then, it definitely got to me at times. And it was also like that with horoscopes. Like I would listen to a horoscope and I would think, okay, because, you know, just thoughts got to me. I would think something's not going my way and this is bad. I would think because I saw the wrong number that I connotated with bad, I would think, you know, negatively. It would change my mind state. And I know that sounds really childish, but that's just how it was at the time. And you know, and it just, I had to stop because I realized that I was letting inanimate things or things that other people have created like kind of rule my day or control my thinking or my behavior. And for me, I didn't like that. And that's how I thought about it. And so I had to get out of it. And I would say, from that experience, I would say things are the result of independent actions.
See down how we ride, shotguns how we ride, Midwest how we ride, come see how we feel. See down how we ride, shotguns how we ride, Midwest how we ride, come see how we feel. See down how we
Bone Thugs, Twister, 07 shit. It ain't only that we wanna do it, it's that we got to do it. Now feel the devastation and unification of the thugs in the middle of the map. These niggas finna snap. Spit it for niggas that bit it and give them the business. They gon' feel it when we jack. It be quick, but it be crack. Hit them with lyrical accuracy and harmony. I'ma see who I have fuckin' with the Midwest. You can try attacking me, Obama me. I'ma be spitting so fast. They wanna ask how he did that. Bone Thugs and we gotta spit a hard flow. It's worthy competition everywhere that I go. But ain't no messing with Cleveland or Chicago. Rollin' through the hood in the Murcielago. Or Colorado or Ferrari Diablo. As long as the car go quick. Flow so sick. Thought it was drama between Bone and Twister. We do it like this, like this.
See down how we ride, shotguns how we ride, Midwest how we ride, come see how we feel. See down how we ride, shotguns how we ride, Midwest how we ride, come see how we feel. See down how we ride, shotguns how we ride, Midwest how we ride, come see how we ride.
I'm from a place really ain't safe. Cleveland, the birthplace. Midwest niggas, yeah, we stay thirsty. Tim's in the winter with the J's in the summer. All 4 seasons, we stay working. Ride with a G, come and slide with a G. With the trues on the lag, we can ride to the beat. Light it up and let it burn when you're vibing with me. Gotta keep it real to survive any street. Come see it for yourself how live it could be. Been walking to the shop, back down to the D. Michigan, Illinois, show enough killer boys standing on the corner at 10 degrees. We got pimps, dope pushers, and petty thieves. Crooked ass cops won't let me breathe. But my love for the city won't let me leave. What they expect from me, they want the best from me. They gon' get it.
Shotguns how we ride, Midwest how we ride, come see how we feel. See down how we ride, shotguns how we ride, Midwest how we ride, come see how we feel. See down how we ride, shotguns how we ride, Midwest how we ride, come see how we ride.
I think it's time we turn the book how we ride and let everybody know just where we come from. Midwest bounce, it's that bounce to make a nigga feel it when they off that ounce of the Mary Jane. You the niggas on my different side of things. Never seen a nigga that twist around this way. Know everybody running to flip their style today. Yep, it's kinda strange, but a nigga gotta give it up to the Midwest. We made them pick up the pace before they get left. Get a little bit of twist and hit that. Roll it up with some Bone Thugs, sit back. Just feel the vibe and you never let a player here to kill you high. With the shit that we be spitting, they gon' steal your mind. Once again, it's the Midwest side, West side.
Shotguns how we ride, shotguns how we ride, Midwest how we ride, come see how we feel. See down how we ride, shotguns how we ride, Midwest how we ride, come see how we feel. See down how we ride, shotguns how we ride, Midwest how we ride, come see how we ride.
You can tell by the way I walk, the way I flow from around here, nigga. Midwest with the weed ain't the best, but we came up, now we getting flu from the West Coast, baby. We flow fast, so many words in one bar. We spit a rap, a nigga better go hard. We the underdogs, the West done it, the East done it, the South hard. They keep it together, on the same level. Midwest got the weapons, it starts here, them busters no care.
how we ride. C-Town's how we ride. Chi-Town's how we ride. Midwest how we ride. Come see how we ride. C-Town's how we ride. Chi-Town's how we ride. Midwest how we ride. Come see how we ride. C-Town's how we ride. Chi-Town's how we ride. Midwest how we ride. Come see how we ride. C-Town's how we ride. Chi-Town's how we ride. Midwest how we ride. Come see how we ride. C-Town's how we ride. Chi-Town's how we ride. Midwest how we ride. Come see how we ride. C-Town's how we ride. Chi-Town's how we ride. Midwest how we ride. Come see how we ride.
Ropes fray when you cut them too strong. Comfort fades when you push for too long. Darkness grows from the smallest of things, from shifty white stairs to soft muted screams. Spent a day with my head in a cloud, fell through the mist and I didn't slow down. If I sit and wait for time to pass by, the time that I spent could alter my life. The ugliest things come in packages grand. I mentioned it once and I'll say it again. If I sit and wait for time to pass by, the time that I spent could alter my life, could alter my life. Oh, 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 oh. All right. If I sit and wait, if I sit and wait, oh, if I sit and wait, 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 oh, if I sit and wait, if I sit and wait.
Yeah, that was me. Yeah, this was the one.
Cut time. Cut.
Yeah,
That's right.
I think that I think our brain kind of puts things together to create a map of something that might not be a map. It might just be places that aren't connected to each other at all. It could be just lines, it could be dots, it could be shapes. And I think we try to put things together, but I think sometimes they're just there. So I would say things are independent.
It's funny that you brought up getting over your reliance on numerology, if I can call it that.
Yeah.
I had written a question of how did you transmute something that was negative to you into something positive? And in a way, you kind of touched base with that. But I want to just dig a little deeper and ask, what was that wake up for you, and how did you go about changing from, okay, I'm not gonna read horoscopes every day and let that determine how I think this day will go?
How did I change that? Well, let me be candid about a few things. This is a candid podcast, right?
Definitely.
Okay. It got to the point where, like, especially with horoscopes,
Yeah.
I did something that I didn't want to do. In a relationship I was in at the time.
Yeah.
And not didn't want to do, but I did something kind of based on a horoscope, what it told me that day.
Mm-hmm.
And then with numerology, it just got to the point where it's like I got really sad at times, where I would see a number I didn't like. And I mean, eventually it was a wake up call, of course. Like, am I really letting this number, make me feel this way? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, just through those experiences of extreme, I don't know, just through those experiences, where I felt lost, or I felt like I did something wrong, or something was wrong, was when I kind of like had to wake up, and since then it's been better, like a lot better, because as soon as I put my foot down on that belief, I look at numbers now, and it's just the time, you know what I mean? It's not like I don't look at the clock on my phone and it's 10:59. Okay, it's just about to be 11. That's all it is, Ain't no damn, this means something. This 59, yeah. But no. But yeah, it's just based in reality rather than me putting an idea on something.
Do you think you're finding it easier to, the word I'm looking for, get over reliances based off of that one? So say if it's something else, like not numerology or horoscopes, but now it's, I don't know.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So not at that time, nothing else came about. It wasn't like that action wasn't a cause and effect of something else per se. But like in the moment it wasn't. But it is something I could probably look upon and think like, oh, like I've done this in the past. I've realized that I've thought about something and I've put on an attachment of feelings or something onto this thing. So it's something I can look back on for experience. But I will say this now, and just for a lot of different reasons, I've been looking at society and things that we do and realize, these are social constructs, meaning somebody created this and we use this as a whole in society to either categorize people, to think a certain way, to leave out things that we don't want to do and not to think about it, so
I think a lot of it has to do with not knowing the truth. The reason it's so easy for these social constructs to be placed on us, the reason why it's so easy for people to read a horoscope and say, oh yeah, that's right, because we actually aren't taught verbatim when Mars is in this space and time in this galaxy, it means this. We just have to take somebody else's word for it because there's nobody really passing on the information of why. They're just passing on very, very surface level of the what. Like even that February 22nd thing, I was barely on Instagram, but I saw glimpses of people like, it's a great manifesting day, you better get your guns up and ready. And it's like, what are y'all talking about? And I don't want to judge anyone, because who am I to say? Maybe it is a big portal manifesting thing, whatever.
I remember that, like the February 22nd thing, like I think Kanye did, I think he was supposed to release his album or something on that date or something, but yeah, we attribute certain things to things. We attribute certain characteristics to certain objects or whatever. To go off what you said about gender and how that whole conversation is changing it's changing drastically. I think, like in terms of like mainstream society, 60 years ago to now.
Right.
Like, I think the conversation has changed tremendously. Let's even go as far back as say 100 years ago, in 1920. Like, to be a man today or be a woman today, back then you would probably be extremely ostracized and looked at like Joan of Arc or something. Because the it's funny to think about how that title of what being a man and woman has how that has changed, and how more nuanced it is. Now, it's probably still, I think it's still really bad in terms of, you know, in some areas of conversation, depending on what space you're in. Because amongst young people, it's pretty progressive. But if you get a little older, get into, you know, a lot more of the, let's say, white areas. I don't know. You know, like, you know,
If you know,
you move up a little bit, and you might not have the same conversations you have when you with your friends, you know, at the skate park or whatever, in college. You know what I mean?
I do.
In the workspace, it's probably not as progressive. So, not to say that it isn't getting there, or it's not happening, but I would say, like, I think it's easy to assume that this is, like, because we're having these conversations, that everybody's on it, but not everybody's on the same page. You know?
It's actually far from.
Yeah. So, but yeah, we attribute a lot of different things to these characteristics, to objects, and I think, I lost my train of thought, but yeah, it's interesting to think about, and it's important to look at it too. So yeah.
I think we have too much time on our hands not to look at what we're.
Too many times our hands to do it.
We have too much time on our hands to not just take a look at what is.
Too much time on our hands to look at what is.
To not
look at it.
Too much time on our hands to not.
Yeah. I think that's true. I think we get caught up in life and sticking things where they should be and thinking the same things because we've been, you know, our brains are processed to keep going with the flow at times.
On some herd shit.
Yeah. Instead of changing, you know? That's why it's so hard to have a conversation with somebody about something that they don't like and try to change their mind. It's like we tend to want to listen to things that we want to listen to and hear things that we agree with. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's hard to change things like that.
I think about that though. Listening to things that you disagree with completely before even placing judgment in your mind. Have you noticed that if somebody's talking, you find yourself forming a response before they're even done?
Right.
Versus you could train yourself to like stop and actually listen to what they're saying.
The whole thing.
You know?
Right. Exactly.
I've met a lot of people and they'll speak straight bullshit, but I'll hear out everything so I can fully verify where the bullshit is.
One of the chosen few. That's super important, just letting people speak, because I think a lot of that is lost in discourse today, like especially politics, political conversations.
Yeah.
You know, I think that abortion should. Oh, shut the. No. Hey, I think this. No, I think this. And, you know, we're just like bashing each other before we even hear.
Yes.
But I think a lot of times we kind of already know, depending on who it is. Like, they might just be saying some bullshit for real.
Exactly.
But I still think that there needs to. They still want to be heard, you know what I mean? Every human wants to be heard. So I think there still needs to be that outlet for them. But then, at the same time, I'm also with the group of people who are like, man, fuck what they talking about. That shit is completely wrong. They need to go back to school.
Yes.
I'm with that group. You just gotta be, you gotta do it in a way where they actually can,
accept learning.
Yeah, accept and respond to that. because I think a lot of times people love to just, just bash each other and then respond by bashing instead of being civil.
Take the money, take the fame, all I want is truth. You talk the language, play the games, act as they want to. Look at you, look at you. Who are you, who are you? You walk the streets aimlessly, the density is weighing. The thoughts you think just cause you pain and don't make you more free. What to do, woe is you. What to do, who are you? You criticize behind those eyes, no hatred, you're just jealous. Your subconscious is not conscious of poison you're ingesting. Woe is you, who are you? It's your choice, just make the move. Burning bridges, poses all fall down. Now consciousness is all there is, and nothingness is well. What are we, what to see? My third eye is opening. Burning bridges, poses all fall down. Our consciousness is all that is, but nothingness is well. What are we? And who are you? Did we just go down the drain? And I just go with my flow, cause rolling circles, rolling circles, rolling circles. The pavement seems too cold and now my feet turn purple. Hey. What? Take the money, take the fame, all I want is truth. You talk the language, play the games. Did you forget about who you were in the stars? Let's go back home. This earth is hard, this earth is all up in the stars. The earth is hungry, he's just looking for a brother to get started. Burning bridges, we just falling down. Our consciousness is nothingness, and nothingness is well. Who are you? Who am I? Who am I? Where is me? Where is I? There is no I, it's just all. I have to do something. You have to understand. I have to express your feelings.
Gotta be above it, 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 gotta be above it,
Want a big house, what corners they're in. Drive a big car, known around the town. No better, do better. It's not real, it's not real. Just a dream, just a dream, just a fantasy, just a dream, just a dream, just a fantasy, just a dream, just a dream, brother. Like movie stars, play on picture screens. Just a dream, just a dream. Dreams not real, dreams not real. Dreams pass away, never stay. Want a big house, all the corners they're in. Drive a big car, run around the town. No better, do better. It's not real, it's not real. Just a dream, just a dream. Pass away, never stay. See, just a dream, just a dream, just a fantasy. Just a dream, just a dream, just a fantasy. Just a dream, just a dream. You're just a fantasy. Just a dream, just a like movie stars. Just a dream, just a dream.
I just still see a lot of things being resolved with recklessness and lying and deceit and just straight on aggressiveness. Like, the word I'm looking for is abuse, really. Like, at the end of the day, if you have something to get off your chest, say it. Say it. Your fist ain't got no words written on them. Yeah. And even if they did, can't nobody read it with their eyes blacked out. It's just, I don't enjoy that. I feel like fighting has its place. And I, for one, am all down for a good fight when it's warranted. But it becomes uncivil to me when it's not warranted and you're steady practicing ways that aren't beneficial to you or your peers. Because you can't even say family and friends. Like, it's just too many people I see beating themselves up and then in turn beating other people up. Like, I'm just really exhausted. Really exhausted. And it's crazy because I'm definitely not trying to be on some holier than thou shit. Like, on everything. I could take a lesson from that book. Plenty.
Damn, that's real. Appreciate you saying that too.
Yeah.
Hey, shit, that's me too, you know? And that's honestly everybody. Nobody's Jesus Christ. Nobody.
They wish.
Even if we wish. Yes. Yeah. Even if we act like it. Us acting like it is probably
that martyrdom
not even,
shit.
Yeah, but yeah, you're right about that. Okay.
Do you have any questions for me?
Like, I guess what you been on, like, in like February? What is the first question you asked me?
Yes, bruh. February has been me trying to get off my and get busy. So in the way that you've been busy with school and everything, I've been really spending this month trying to align myself in the ways that I want to be and behave accordingly. So not just write it on paper, not just think about it, but act in it. Bro, I feel like I've been running around my mind this past month, just trying to figure out where all the leaky holes are from and patching them. And honestly, they've been absolving themselves.
my eyes, I'm exposed, and it's no big surprise. Don't you think I know exactly where I stand? This world is forcing me to hold your hand, 'cause I'm just a girl, a little lonely. Well, don't let me
Yo, this is Vince. Saying peace
Yeah.
to y'all.
It hasn't started yet.
Hope you enjoy it.
Like fully.